Hi friends, so in today's concept we are going to see two sum. Okay, so many of you know this concept because in LeetCode this is the first question. If you don't know means just listen. So in two sum they gave you one nums array. Okay, they will give you one nums array and also a target. Okay, so what you need to do means you have to add two persons. If I'm just adding these two persons means I will get this target. That's all. This is our question. Okay. So you have to add any two persons. If you are just adding those two persons, you will get a target. So if you are reaching the target means you have to return those indexes. 0, 1 likewise you have to return those indexes. So 2 plus 2 comma 7. 2 plus 7 will give you the 9. So I am just returning the indexes 0 comma 1. Similarly, here by adding 2 and 4, it will give you 6. So you have to return those indexes. So here also 3 comma 3. So by adding 3 and 3, you will get 6. You have to return those indexes. So here you may have a doubt like if I am not having two numbers or if I am not having a particular sum which gives you a target means what will you do? Likewise, you may have a doubt. So here itself they said you have exactly one solution. You have a solution and exactly one solution. For example, 2 comma 7 comma 8 comma 1. So if you take this example means by adding this you will get 9, by adding this also you will get 9. But here they have clearly mentioned there is only one solution is that there could not be another solutions. Okay. So this is and also there is exactly one solution is there. Definitely there is a solution is there. Okay. So you don't need to worry about it. So how to solve this? How to find the two sum? Okay. For this question, we have three approaches. Okay, we have three approaches. First one is brute force. First one is brute force. So how to solve this means, for example, take this example. 2, 3, 5, 7, 6. Okay, so take this example. Okay, 8. Okay, so take this example. I want to, my target is 13. Okay, my target is 13. I need to reach my target. My target is 13. So what I'm going to do means I don't know how to get the element. I have to add two members. Okay. So first what I'm just doing means I'm just fixing one person. With this person I'm just adding all the other numbers. Okay. I'm just fixing one person as I. With I, I'm just adding all the other members. Okay. So in order to traverse all the other members I have one variable j. Okay. So first I will see this number and I will add it. I'm checking whether it is 13. No. So I'm just adding another person. So it has not reached your target. You are adding another person. It is also not reaching your target. 2 plus 8. So it is also not equal to 13. Okay. So that's all. So by fixing one person, I am just adding all the other persons. Similarly, so still now I haven't reached my target. So what I need to do? I have to move this person. Okay. I have to move my I value. By fixing this as I value, I have to check. I have to check with other persons. Okay. So here I am just checking with other person. So first I have to, once again. So from here I am just starting. 3 plus 5, 3 plus 7, 3 plus 8. So whether it is giving you 13? No, not possible. So here also it failed. Okay, now I just want to move this I. Okay, I'm just moving my I. Now I'm just keeping itself, that is 5 as I. So with 5, I am just adding all the other numbers. 5 plus 7, 5 plus 8. So it will give you 13. So I have reached my target. Okay. So this is my I and my j is this one. So if I am returning ij means I can get my indexes. Okay. So what we are doing means I am just fixing one person and I am iterating another person. After iterating this person, after iterating the whole list or array, you have to move the indexes. That's all. If I keep on doing this means you will get a indexes. Okay. So in order to actually here you should see this return type. So the return type is integer array. Okay. If the return type is integer means you have to return integer. Here the return type is integer array. So you have to return the integer array. in this integer array you have to return the indexes. Okay, so definitely this array could be have only two members because there are only two, you have to add only two members, so the answer will be two. The answer array should contain only two members. Okay, so with the two members, two length, I'm just creating one array. Okay, so next I'm just going to search those persons. I just start my array from 0 and I plus plus. So in order to do this, first I have to find the length in n equal to nums dot length. Okay, so in this for loop, I need to start from j from next index. I should not start from the same index. If you are at 2 means your j starts from the 3 because you should not add with yourself. Okay, you have to add different indexes. So I'm just starting my j from I plus 1. So if nums of I plus nums of j equal to your target means what you need to say? Okay, you have to return the array. So my answer is, it is, I have one array. So here I have two indexes. Okay, so here I have two indexes. So I'm just going to store my data. In answer of 0, I'm just storing ith index, and answer of 1 in first index I'm just storing j. After storing all the data, I'm just returning my answer. That's all. Okay, so from I and j loop, I'm finding the target. If I reach the target means I'm returning the answer. That's all. Okay, so at last line you should return anything. For example, if your return type is integer array means at last line you should return a integer array. If your return type is integer means in the method last line you should return some integer. Okay, if you are not giving this means definitely it will throw you an error. Okay, in order to avoid the error, you should give the return statement at the last. Okay, for example, if I'm just going to return a string means in last line I should return a string. So this is mandatory, this is compulsory one, you have to do it always. Okay, so this is one approach. So what is the time complexity of this program means? Big O of n squared, because we are using two for loops. Am I right? So this is big O of n squared, so it is too much, it takes too much time. So now we are going to see another optimized solution. So what it is means? Two-pointer approach. Okay, two-pointer approach. Okay, so I'm having the same array 2 3 5 7 8. Okay, 2 3 5 7 8. I'm having the same array. I need to find, my target is 13. I need to add two elements. If the sum has reached my target means I have to return those indexes. So this is our aim. So what I need to do means I have two pointers L, R. Okay, so this is a sorted array. If your array is not sorted means first step you have to sort the array. Okay, first step you have to sort the array, then only you have to do this, because in this approach, for this approach sorting is very important. You will know why we are sorting it, you will know, but for this approach first step you have to sort it. Okay, now what I am going to do means I have to add these two persons, that is array of L plus array of R. I am going to add these two persons. So I am just checking whether it has reached my target. If it reached my target means I can return this indexes. Okay, I am just checking by adding these two persons whether I am target. No, I am not a target. Okay, I am less than target. Am I right? And my sum is, so this is your sum. Your sum is less than target. So what it means by using these two numbers you can't reach the target. Okay, whether you have to move R or L, you have to choose accordingly. Okay, now I'm going to move my L, because if I am just moving to the biggest one means maybe the sum becomes more and maybe there is a chance to reach my target. Listen guys, so my sum is very small value compared to 13. My sum is very small value. Okay, so if I'm incremented my value means, for example, if I'm incremented my value, that is if I'm just from 2, I'm just incrementing my value. That is, I'm just moving to a big value. If I'm just moving to the big value means maybe the sum becomes more. So it is there is a possibility to reach your target. Okay. So now 3 plus 8 is 11. Still your target is very less compared to, sorry, still your sum is very less compared to your target. So again we are moving your left pointer. Okay. Now I'm just adding these two persons, 5, 8. So 5 plus 8, which is 13, which is equal to our 13. So we have reached our target. Now we can return these two indexes. Okay. Could you able to understand? I'm just trying to add a small element and a large element. That's all. We are going to add a small element and large element. If I reach the target means it's okay. If we haven't reached the target means I'm just checking whether, okay, we are checking whether sum is less than target or greater than target. If sum is less than target means I need to move the smallest element. Okay. So I have two persons. So if sum is less than target means I have to move left, because with this element I am not able to reach my target because my target is greater. Okay. I have to move this to this person. With this person I am just trying to reach my target. If it's still not possible means I have to move my element. Okay, in order to increase the sum. Okay, if your sum is greater, okay, my target is 13 but my sum is 20 means, so with this largest person, if you're having this largest person means your sum will be greater. So I'm just moving my R pointer to right. Okay, if your sum grows greater means you have to go for small value. If your sum is less means you have to go for greater value. Okay, so this is the one you have to do it. So if I'm just doing it means int n equal to arrays dot nums dot length. Okay, first step I have to sort the array. Arrays dot sort of, because I have to select the smallest one and the largest one. In order to achieve this, first thing I have to select the smallest one and largest one. And I have to, for example, take this one. Okay, my sum is 5. Okay, my sum is 5. I want to achieve the sum is 5. Okay, for example, if I am having this means, if I am having this array means, first step you have to sort the array. 2, 3, 5, 7. Likewise, you have to sort the array. Afterwards only you have to do everything. So I am just having L R pointer. So I am just adding these two persons, 2, 2 plus 7. So it is 9, which is greater than my target. Okay, so with this I am not able to reach the target. I am just moving my R pointer to right. Because if you are moving to the small person or lowest person means there is a possibility to get this minimum target. Your sum is greater. Okay, so I'm just moving my pointer to the next person. So 2 plus 5, which is 7, which is still greater than your target. So with this larger number, you cannot reach the target. So I'm just moving my R pointer. Okay. So now we are just adding these two persons, 2 plus 3, which is 5. Now you have reached the target. I can return the indexes. Am I right? So if I'm just doing this means, first you have to sort the array, nums array. Next, while for that I have 2 pointers, L equal to 0, R equal to nums dot length. While I have to do this until L less than R. If so, first I have to find the sum equal to nums of L plus nums of R. If sum equal to target means, so first we need to find the sum. If sum reaches your target, what we need to do? We have to return those indexes. Okay, so for that I am having one output array, int answer. So if your sum reaches your target means answer of 0 equal to Lth index, and answer of 1 equal to rth index. Return answer. Okay, so that's all. But if your sum is greater than target means, my sum is greater than target, I have a large sum means, with my large value I am not able to reach my target. My aim is to reach the target. So with my value it is not possible to reach the target. So I'm just moving to the small percent, that's all. Okay, you have to decrement R, or else if your sum is less than target means you have to increment L, that's all. So R is last index, not length. R is representing the last index. Okay, so for two of them, test cases are passed. Okay, so here the test case is passed, here the test case is passed, but for this one it haven't passed. So what does the thing means? So this is my array. So once I sort it, it becomes 2 comma 3 comma 4. So I'm just pointing L R. My target is, how much my target? 6. Okay, my target is 6. I have to add these 2%. If I'm adding these 2% means I'm just reading my target. So I have to return 0 comma 2 as my indexes, 0th index, second index. But in real array, 2 is in the first index, 4 is in the second index. So it should return 1 comma 2. But you are returning 0 comma 2. So why it is means you are just sorting it, right? So once you sort it, the order is changed. So in the index also changed. Okay. So we are using sorting. So if they want to know what are the numbers are there, for example, in order to reach 6, what are the possibilities are there means you have to say, by adding 2 comma 4, it can reach 6, like this you can say. Okay, if they are asking about indexes means it is not possible by using two pointer approach because you are sorting it. Since we are sorting it, the index get lost. Okay, the index will be changed, so you won't get the correct index. Okay, so two pointer approach is the best approach, but we cannot find the indexes with this. Okay, because here the indexes are in 1 comma 2. If you are using sorting means it becomes 0 comma 2, so it is not possible. If they are asking the values means you can go for two pointer approach. Okay, so in order to reach 6, how many values I need to add? For example, 2 comma 4, like this. If they are asking means you can directly go for two pointer approach. Okay, and for this the time complexity is n log n, because for sorting it takes n log n. So the whole program time complexity is n log n. So this is the time complexity of this entire program. Okay, so this is the second approach. Now we are going to see the third approach. So what is our third approach? So this is one of the optimized approach, HashMap. By using HashMap we are going to solve this. Okay, so take the previous example itself, or else 2 comma 5 comma. Okay, I'm having this array. Okay, for example, consider I'm having a bit of paper. Okay, for example, like this, I'm having a bit of paper. Okay, so like this, I'm having a bit of paper. My target is 9. Okay, my target is 9 here. For example, my target is 9 here. So in order to reach 9, so I have two members, that is 3 plus 6. If I'm just adding 3 plus 6 means I can reach 9. Okay, so here so just to see these images. Okay, so by adding these two images you will get, the full size, correct? So by adding these two images you will get the full size, but there for this there is no respective sizes there. For this there is no respective sizes there. For this also there is no respective correlated sizes there. Okay, so here I'm having one map. Okay, map, what I'm going to do means I'm going to put my element and which is in the index. Okay, element, its index. Okay, like this I am going to store my elements. Okay, so now first we are going to edit with my images. Okay, so I'm having one images. So I'm just saying this is my index. So this is my image and I am at 0th index. Okay, so for this one you are just checking. So this is my person. I just lost this person. If he is there, no, he is not here. Okay, so I'm just inserting my element. Okay, and you are just checking where your missed part. Okay, so this part is missed, right? I'm just searching my missed part. If my missed part is here means we are the partners. If my missed part is not here means I don't know who is them. So I'm just put myself in my map because in future we may see them, right? So I'm just inserting myself. So you are going to this person. So I'm just adding this person because for this person also there is no respective pair here. So you are going here. You are also checking your respective partner. He is not here. So I am just inserting my index. Now you are moving here. For him, respective partner is already there, right? For him, the respective partner is already there, which is in the index 3. Now we can say we are the partners. Okay, we are the partners. So you can return your index as well as his index. So 3, 4 is the index. Now we are going to do this for this nums array. Okay, so I'm just saying 2 which is at the index 0. Okay, in order to reach 9. Okay, so I'm just, you are at the first index. You are just checking whether your mixed part is what, remaining part is 7. Whether 7 is here, no, 7 is not here. I'm just put myself because in future I may see 7. Okay, so you are here. For 5, missed part is 2. Okay, sorry, missed part is 4. Okay, so 4 is not here. I'm just inserting myself. Okay, maybe in future I can see them. Okay, now you are 8. So missed part is 1. 1 is not here. So I'm just inserting myself. Okay, at index 2. Now you are 3. So missed part is 6. Remaining part is not here. If you are there means, if 6 is there means you two persons are partners. Okay, you two persons are pairs. Okay, but your respective person is not there. Okay, so what you are doing means you are just inserting yourself because in future you may see them. Okay, so I'm just inserting myself. So I'm just going to this index. For this index, remaining person is 3. I have that person. Okay, I have the remaining part. Okay, I have seen the remaining part. That is, this is my part. I have seen my remaining part. So we are the pair. Okay, so you can say, so return this index. I am just having one index, right? Return this index and also return this index. Okay, if I are returning this means that's all. This is your pair. Okay, so what you are doing means I'm just checking whether my pair is already there. Okay, every time I'm just checking whether my pair is already there. If my pair is already there means I'm going to print this one and my index. Okay, if already it contains my pair means, if it doesn't contains my pair means I have to put myself, because in future maybe I will see my pair, right? So I'm just inserting myself. This is what we are going to do. Okay, for this I need to have one map. In map we are just storing key as integer as well as value also integer. M equal to new HashMap of okay, I'm having one map. I'm going to traverse my integer array. So int I equal to 0, I less than nums dot length, I plus plus. I'm just traversing my array. So if your map dot contains key of, if your map contains the remaining element means contains key of. Okay, so first I have to check my remaining element. Remaining equal to target minus nums of I. Okay, so I'm just checking whether 9 minus 2. Okay, so 7 is already there or not. I'm just checking my remaining person is, okay, my partner is there or not. If your partner is there means you can return the index, or else what you need to do, you have to push yourself. So put the, first you have to say your element and your index. You have to put yourself. Okay, so I'm just taking 2 for 2, remaining element is 7, so for 7 is not here. I have to insert myself. So how to insert? In map, by put off method only you can insert. So first thing is your element, next thing is your, that is key is your element, index is your value. Okay, so for that I'm just inserting my element. If I'm seeing, if I have seen my remaining part, means what I need to do? I need to return an array. Okay, I have to return an array. So in that, answer of 1 is, answer of 0 is m dot get of remaining. Am I right? So for example, so if my target is, so here 3 is at third index. Okay, now we are seeing 6. When you are seeing 6, okay, my remaining element is here, right? So how to get its index? So by using get off method only, you have to get the index. So you are storing the index in answer of 0, and in answer of 1 I'm just storing my index, that's all. So after returning this, I'm just returning my answer. Okay, so see this guys, it takes 99% speed percentage. Okay, so it is an optimized solution. So here the time complexity is big O of n, and space complexity also big O of n. Okay, so here what we are just doing means I'm just checking whether my remaining part, I just lost my remaining part, I just lost my sum part. I'm just checking whether it is in my map. If it is there, means we are the pair. If it is not there, means I just want to put myself in my map, that's all. Because in future I may say in it. So likewise. So this is our concept. If you have any doubts, means ask me in the comments. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Bye.